y'all doing? Today we are making some dessert and we are going to do the orange supreme. We're just going to make it out of the box with a box mix with a bunch of love. So we're going to put the cake mix in here. We already got it in the sifter. We're going to get that sifted up. How y'all doing? How's the weather? It's a little hot today. It's in the 90s here, which we don't really ever see the 90s, but this summer so far, they've seen it twice. This is kind of normal for me from being from Tennessee. You know, we run in the hundreds this time of year. We're almost into August, so Tennessee will hit the hundreds sometimes. And just a little bit more to go sift in there. Y'all making anything good today? What are you cooking? Are you baking anything? I shouldn't probably be baking because it's a little hot here. But I'm baking here. I'm gonna push a few little ones down through there. All right, we got that in there, all sifted up. Now we're gonna add us a cup of milk instead of water. We're gonna add 4 eggs instead of 3. You know, the box always says 2 or 3, I always add an extra. Half a cup of good old Crisco oil. Crisco makes everything better in my book. And then we're going to do a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then we are doing a teaspoon of orange extract because it's an orange cake. So we're going to make it really good and orangey. And then we are going to take a zest of 1 orange. And that zest was that's what orange. I don't usually do a whole lot of orange anything. I'm not an orange person. Now we're gonna blend her up just a little bit there. So we got it all blended up, and we are gonna just double check it here with the spatula, or spatula, depends on where you're from, what you want to call it. All right, and now I've got it sealed at the bottom because this is actually a cheesecake pan, but I like using this. I don't normally seal it, but something told me today I better seal it just in case. I don't want y'all to think we're making a big old mess or anything. Yeah, spatula out of the way. We're gonna pour this in there. And then when it's done, it just springs right out, so. And then when it's done, we're gonna let it cool. And then we're gonna ice in it. We're gonna make some homemade icing. And we're going to do the orange zest and everything in it. All right, it's in there, y'all, and the pan is sealed, locked. It's not leaking, it shouldn't anyway. And then we're gonna bake it for about 35 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll let it cool. And then we'll come back, and then y'all, we are back, and our orange supreme cake is out. I have it on just a plastic plate. We're gonna make some homemade cream cheese frosting. I've already got a stick of butter and a block of cream cheese already in the mixer. We're gonna let them babies get to know each other. We're gonna mix them up real good. Let that go for a few seconds here. Get it all mixed up. Now the butter and the cream cheese are at room temperature. That way, we got it blended up really good. Now we are gonna add 2 teaspoons of orange extract because it is for the orange supreme cake. We're gonna make it nice and orange flavored. And then we're gonna start adding. I've got almost 4 cups of powdered sugar. We're gonna add a little bit at a time. It may not take, it usually only takes about 3 when I make this. But we're gonna make it extra cautious. Not that slowly, because that stuff will fly everywhere. All right, y'all, what do y'all have for dessert tonight? Anything good? Get this going here just a little bit, so the smoke there, just get all that powder dust there. All right, we are gonna go ahead and add some more in there. Slowly mix so it doesn't get all over me. We got that all done up. That's what it's gonna look like right there. It's all nice nice and yummy. It is very, very sweet. It did take almost all 4 cups, I should say. There's just a little bit less than 4 in there. So now we're gonna slide this baby over here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put the icing on it, and then I'm gonna move it over to a real pretty cake stand so it even looks even prettier than what it already does. I'm gonna start putting this on the cake and just kind of smooth it around a little bit. That way so the cake stand doesn't get all the icing all over it, and you gotta try to figure out how to get it off and keep it all pretty and all that stuff. This way we can make a mess and nobody knows. Just gonna smooth this around. All right, y'all. Do that. Now I am gonna do the sides, and then we will, y'all. We are back. I've got it transferred over to the pretty cake stand. Look at that. Isn't it just beautiful? All right. Now we are gonna take us a little slice. I gotta grab a plate. I forgot to grab a little plate and a cutter real quick. Give me 5 seconds. I've got me a knife. We're gonna cut this pretty baby up just a little. I'm just gonna get a small piece because I don't need a lot of cake. We're gonna do that there, that over there. Come in, just like that. Pop it over there. Get us a fork and get us a bite of that. Look how pretty that is on the inside. Just pretty and orange. Mmm. Tastes like one of those orange popsicles you get when you chase the ice cream man down. That's really good, y'all. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, I'm gonna set this over here, and probably in a couple days, the boys will have it completely gone. Alright, y'all, what do you think? Would you make it? Have you made one like this? What did you think about using that cheesecake pan for a cake pan? What did you think of that?